I never thought that my adult life would be consumed by one question each day, which is, what's for dinner? It's a struggle to think of what to make each and every single day that is not only delicious, but quick and easy to put together. I know how hectic weeknights can get, and that's why today I'm be sharing with you 5 easy, delicious, and family-friendly meals that come together in 30 minutes or less. Let's roll up our sleeves and let's get prepping. At the beginning of each week, my husband or I either shop for any essentials that we may need for the upcoming recipes that we plan to make. I tend to go to an all-kosher grocery store in our area that's called Bingo. It's a one-stop shop and it just has everything that I need. And if you'd like to see me do a whole entire tour of that store, let me know in the comments down below. On this specific day, I got some ground beef, some ground chicken for the sesame chicken that you're going to see me make. Also got some cucumbers, some burger buns for the burgers, the frozen fries, and I also got the sweet chili sauce for my sesame chicken. I find that it works just best with the sauce. A bunch of yogurts and vegetables for the burgers. The peppers were on sale, so I definitely stocked up on them, and they were just so perfect and they look yummy, and my kids love snacking on them every single day. The first 30-minute recipe is going to be burgers and fries. They're a family favorite and super quick to put together on these crazy busy weeknights. I first start by prepping all of the condiments, and I arrange them beautifully on a platter or a tray. I had some leftover pickled onions and my white dip, and both of those are going to go so perfectly with the burgers that I'll be serving tonight. I love these 5-minute fries. They are such a time saver when you're busy and you just need to feed your little munchkins something yummy and something semi-homemade. I definitely was one of those moms who would always make the fries and the burgers from scratch, but you know, when life is hard and busy, you just need to know when to ask for help, and I definitely have started to do those things. Even though my meal is technically homemade, I still did get some help from the supermarket, which is totally okay with me. I season the burgers with some salt and black pepper on one side, and I'll season the other when I flip the burgers over onto the hot pan. Before my skillet gets dirty with any sort of meat, I take the time and I toast the insides of the burger buns. There's nothing worse than having a soggy bun, so I find that not only does toasting it add flavor, but it also just prevents from any of the juices from the meat from soaking into the bun. At this point, every component is set and ready to go. The fries are going to be going into the oven for 5 minutes to get cooked. The condiments are all set out and look nice and presentable. For the white sauce, it's simply mayo, salt, black pepper, lemon juice. You could also add in some dried herbs if you so choose. And for the pickled onions, it's just purple onions with some vinegar, salt, and a little sprinkling of sugar and a little bit of oil as well. And the burger buns are all nice and toasty. So now, in order to fry up my actual burgers, I spray a little bit of oil and place the burger patties inside of it. And then I season the top with some salt and black pepper once more. As you can tell, the house is very busy now. All the kids have come home. They're doing homework. The baby got home. Also, the baby started daycare this past week. So that was definitely an adjustment. So that's why, hence the 30-minute meals that I needed to very quickly put on the table. The burgers get cooked 3 minutes per side and they are done. The French fries are yummy, and I definitely took a sneak peek and had a little bite of them as well. To put the burger patties together, I add in some pickles to the bottom. Add the burger patty with some of my white sauce, ketchup, pickled onions, tomato, lettuce, and that's my perfect burger. But obviously you can design your burgers as yummy as you like it. Fries go on the side, and it was yummy and delicious. This portion of the video is sponsored by Elite Gourmet Foods. It is a GLAD Kosher certified frozen food manufacturer based out of New York in the tri-state area, and they specialize in producing high-quality kosher frozen foods for both retail and consumer markets, ensuring that all products meet strict kosher standards. This is their huge variety of things that they offer, and this is not even all of it. These are just a few samples that they sent me. They were absolutely delicious. I specifically made the pelmeni, which you'll see me make, but they have these mozzarella arancini balls with just the cheese and then the mushrooms. They have a whole dairy line as well as the meat line. They have a few varieties of raviolis. This is their mushroom and cheese one. They also have a spinach and cheese, and then my personal favorite, their classic cheese ravioli. For their meat line, they do offer pelmeni, which can either be with chicken or with beef, as well as the kreplach, and they also have a variety of chicken or beef as well. Elite Gourmet has stores offering their products in New York, New Jersey, Arizona, Miami, and even California. Check out their website to find a location near you, or simply call them directly. Everything will be left in the description box below. This is Shai's #1 favorite food, the pelmeni, and he likes his pelmeni just in a regular broth, no soup or anything like that. But I enjoyed with this very tomatoey type of soup that I'm going to show you how I do it. I take a food processor and add in celery, onion, and garlic into it, and instead of me just chopping this up and putting it in a soup like I would normally do, but because I want this to go much quicker and faster, I decided to food process all of these yummy vegetables so that when I'm actually sauteing everything, it can get cooked in half of the time. So I food process all of it until it's this consistency, really like grainy. I place my pot onto the stove, turn it on, and add in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of avocado oil. You could use vegetable oil. I add in all of the veggies and saute them until they're brown. I also season it with some salt and black pepper, some cumin and coriander. After all the vegetables have browned and look somewhat like this, and they've all softened, I add in my paisana marinara sauce. I add it in almost the entire thing. And you can definitely not add as much tomato sauce if this is too acidic for you. It's just that I like that kind of flavor. You can definitely use just half a bottle. Add in some water to dilute, as well as some bay leaves. I also enjoy adding in some dried cherries that I just buy a whole bag and I keep in the freezer and take out for recipes like this. I add that into the soup as well, give it a mix, and let that cook for another 25 to 30 minutes until I'm ready to serve the pelmeni. I love being able to go into my grocery store and buy these good quality products like these dumplings, so that I know that when I have a crazy busy day, I can just gravitate towards that, make something quick and easy for my family using yummy homemade things that someone else just helped me make. I feel like we're always so hard on ourselves as busy moms. We always try to do everything on our own, but sometimes it's okay to get help, and it's okay to have something semi-homemade. The kids loved it. They were obsessed. My husband was so surprised when he came home that I made them, and look how well they stand up to being boiled. A lot of other dumplings would rip apart when you're boiling them, but they really did well. Not one of them opened. And as you can see, all of the kids are thoroughly enjoying. Even the baby did as well. have a plate here of flour, all-purpose flour, and a plate here of 2 eggs, a tablespoon of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of some mustard, salt, and black pepper, and I'm gonna just put in some minced garlic, or you could use this kind of shredder. Hi, baby. In this next and final plate, I have some breadcrumbs. These are the ones that I like. They're from the Perrig brand. So I'm going to take some thinly sliced chicken breast and dip them first into the flour, the egg, and then the breadcrumb. Hi, Huda. Now I'm heating up some oil on a skillet, and I'm going to be dropping these schnitzels until they're browned on both sides. We're having The next component of this 30-minute meal is an arugula salad. I just washed this up. I'm going to use my salad spinner and just spin out any of the excess liquid. Add a bunch of water out. Now let's make the dressing. I have about half a cup of mayonnaise in here. I'm going to add a little drizzle of soy sauce just to give it like an umami flavor. A teaspoon of the stone ground mustard that I have here. Hi, John John! I've got a teaspoon of onion soup mix. And 1 garlic clove that we're gonna mince. Now let's mix up the salad. Salad is all done. The writer wants people to do what? A, B, C, or D. Which one is true? No.
No work on previous concept. Do you find
The next meal in our 30-minute meal series is going to be some delicious tacos with a few simple ingredients. We're going to make an absolutely delicious meal. So come along and I'll show you how I make these delicious tacos. Into a bowl, place in about 3 to 4 tablespoons of avocado oil and a squeeze of 1 lime. A teaspoon of some Dijon mustard, onion powder, salt, paprika, black pepper, and 2 garlic cloves. I've washed and sliced up and cleaned my flounder. Feel free to use any other type of white fish that you have around. I'm just gonna drop it into the sauce and let that marinate until I do the rest of my components. Now that the fish is marinating, we're going to make our yummy slaw. So I have a purple cabbage over here. I'm gonna season it with some salt, black pepper, and a lot of lime. So I'm gonna use an entire lime. Top it off with some avocado oil and give everything a mix. The lime just makes it this beautiful color. Look how it just pops. It's gonna be delicious and citrusy, and it's gonna go so well with the fish tacos. You don't want to be too aggressive while mushing this because you want it to still have a nice crunch. The next component is this gorgeous mango salsa. Just look at these colors. So we have 1 mango here, half of a red pepper, half of a jalapeno pepper, 1 mango, a quarter of a large red onion, and some cilantro or parsley. To season this gorgeous mango salsa, we're gonna add in some black pepper, some salt, avocado oil, and a nice squeeze of lime. Mix it all together. Just look, don't you just want to eat this all on its own? So beautiful. While the fish is getting cooked right over there, I'm gonna toast up some of the tortillas right over the open flame. A few seconds per side, and we can flip them over. My all-time favorite Chinese meal is sesame chicken, specifically the crispy sesame chicken kind. And I found this amazing hack from Sarah Lassery on Instagram. I'm going to be sharing it here with you. First off, I'm going to be getting started on the rice component. I take 2 cups of short grain rice, wash it, and place it into a pot with about 2 tablespoons of oil that I've seasoned with salt. I give it a good mix, and then I add in 3 cups of water to it and wait for the rice to absorb almost all of the water. Separately, then, I get started on the ground meat chicken portion of it. I know it sounds weird that it's ground meat, but I promise you, with just using a few simple ingredients like the cornstarch, soy sauce, some garlic, parsley, and black pepper, it's going to turn out amazing. So I put a glove on my hand, dump in all of the dark meat chicken. I had a little bit over 2 pounds of dark meat chicken here. I added in 1 heaping tablespoon of some garlic paste that I've made myself, that I just crushed a bunch of garlics, some black pepper, about a tablespoon of the soy sauce went in as well, and a sprinkling of parsley. I then used about a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and I added that to all of the meat mixture, and I gave everything a good mix. At this point, the rice has absorbed all of the water, so I'm going to be doing a little steaming situation. I level out the rice and I use paper towels that I cover the opening of the pot with, and I close it very tightly with the lid and put it on a timer for 20 minutes, and it's going to be perfectly cooked. To a large skillet, then I add in a good amount of oil and pop in all of the ground meat that I've mixed with all of the seasonings. I try to flatten it as best as I can, just to increase the surface area of the chicken getting crispy. I have a whole video up on my channel of how I make the sesame chicken with the flour, then the egg, then the cornstarch, dipping each one by one. But this is just so much quicker, so much easier to do when you're really pressed for time, when kids are waiting to eat, when you're all starving. This works. This is amazing. You've got to try this recipe. Once the bottom starts to get nice and crispy, flip it over, and by using a wooden spoon or a spatula, make little cuts and dents into the ground chicken to get them to the portion size that you want. I personally like them as crispy as possible, so if I would be making this just for myself, I would make them really, really teeny tiny. But because I have a lot of little ones that are going to be eating it and they might not enjoy it being so crispy, I held myself back. But it comes out amazing. Obviously, you can make this as crispy as you would like for your family and cut them up to as big or as small as you would like. "20 minutes have passed and the rice is perfectly cooked. I just fluff it up with a spoon or a fork, and it is all ready and set to go. Now it's time to make the sauce. I use very few ingredients than I used to do in any of my recipes. I take a good amount of garlic. I add that into the same bowl where I'm having my chicken being fried up. I give that all a mix until the amazing aroma starts to get into the air. And then I add in simply a tablespoon or 2 of the soy sauce and an entire bottle of the chili sauce. Obviously, this will depend on the amount of chicken that you're frying up for your families. Right before serving, I then add in all of the sesame seeds right over the top. Thank you all so much for being here with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the recipes. If you did, I would so appreciate it if you would give this video a big thumbs up. Happy prepping, from my family to yours.